dance, make it bang, yeah.
Midnight in Miami. Good vibes, open views. And you could get the latest news. It's all on YouTube at midnight in Miami.
Ladies and motherfucking gentlemen, how are you doing? I hope it is a swell evening for you or Friday morning for you. We are here as always with your motherfucking boy ill-logicz.
It is, y'all.
Aly Da Alien.
Asado.
It's Gamero the Pharaoh. You know me. We are Kim Possible here as well. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a music extraordinaire, a producer of colossal proportions, a ping pong master, some would call him. Ladies and gentlemen, on set today, we have Kashblak. Brother, how you doing today? What's going on, man?
The bagels were good.
Yeah, we got bagels on set today. You know, the level of professionalism, it really is rising. It's skyrocketing. Like, dude, bagels. Who the fuck is bagels? Fuck, Jimmy Kimmel has bagels, bro. We're on that level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kashblak, talk to me. Bagels, what's up?
OJ, hold the Simpson.
I'm sorry? Oh, okay. Yeah, we were talking about, okay, fuck it, let's dive into it. OJ, is he guilty?
He did it.
Okay.
Yeah,
And that's,
right.
those are levels.
There we go.
Those are
Levels to the
levels,
shit.
ladies and gentlemen. He did it?
No.
Did he do it or not? What's your stance on this, brother?
Depends your race, honestly.
What do you mean?
Wow.
Elaborate. Nah, fuck it. You want to get
No,
into it? Let's
I
get
mean-
into it. Let me get my water.
Perception.
White people think he did it. Black people think he did it. Hispanic people.
They just
Why are we always in the middle as Hispanics? Like, why are we just always the odd ones out? It's like, we love you, but we don't know yet, so just stay right there.
Yeah, what do you stand on
Because
this?
it's a mixed box of chocolate.
That's what,
Ooh.
you have that box of chocolates where like some are good, and then some you're like, someone just leave you. Yeah.
It's because we're like the middle child of race. It's like, since we're both, it's like we're like the 13-year-old in a family of like a 9-year-old and an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
We're just going through puberty. Nobody really cares what we think.
We're Malcolm in the middle.
Exactly.
Malcolm in the middle.
Exactly.
Why do you feel that that people don't care what we think?
Because we don't make a big deal of it. It's like we just kind of
I agree. We're just there. Like
shit
when
happens.
things happen, we're
Shit
just
happens.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're closing the border. Oh, fuck it.
Yeah.
I don't think so much that. I think that me personally, I think that there's a lot of division within the Hispanic community.
Yeah.
So whereas if you're from the US, you're from the US, you're American, you're this, you're that. Whereas if you're Hispanic or Latin American or whatever the case, you kind of, you fall under that, but then you fall under a subcategory of, but I'm Dominican, I'm Venezuelan, I'm Argentine, I'm this and that. You know, I know, repping. Whereas, I feel like if we were to have this sort of sense of unison and make our voice spoken as masses as opposed to individual groups, I think we could do far more of a difference. That's me. What do you think?
I think the bagels were good.
That's beautiful.
Craig. Thumbs up or thumbs down, Hispanics?
Thumbs up. Come on. Thumbs up from Craig. We got thumbs up from Craig.
Come on, Craig.
We got the Craig stamp of approval for Hispanics.
Yes.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Round of applause for all
That's
the Hispanics
beautiful.
out there.
That actually made a great point now thinking about it, because within at least the Hispanic community, we do, breaking it up, Argentinian, Dominican, it also like breaks in like the matter of just color, period.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, if you look black but you're Dominican, you're still considered black, technically in the sense. And then in the Hispanic community, there's always been that kind of stigma of just, it's you're Hispanic, but it's still, you're still categorized differently within ourselves because of your color.
For sure, 100%. Cash, I know you are a very talented, not only producer, but you rap as well. Talk to me about some of the projects you got coming out, you're working out. Talk to me about that.
Well, I just finished ill-logicz album.
Beautiful.
It was great.
It was great. It
was like-
we were there at the album release.
Yeah, it was a 7.5 year process. Honestly, the idea was, perceived in 2004,
Okay.
and it was finished in 2058. But it was fun. It was good. I'm signing a new deal in LA with Stash Records
Okay.
as a producer.
Okay.
So that's fun. Jimmy Duvall, the guy who made the Look at Me beat. Mm-hmm. He's a great white guy, crazy white guy, but a great white guy.
One of those crazy
Nonetheless.
Caucasians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the white guy is just like, ha.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Yeah. The Caucasians you got to look out for, but they'll help you out too. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like fish tacos.
For sure. Yeah. The nose candy.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Pop
rocks.
Yeah. Other than that, just working on a lot of my music, working on a lot of producing, just
What kind of like mindset do you get into? What's the different process for you when you go into producing or rapping? Is there a completely different process that you get into, or
yeah, because it's like when you're making the song, you're like the forefront. When you're like the artist, it's like, okay, it's like about me.
okay.
But when you're the producer, it's like, okay, it's not about me. It's like when you're the rapper, you're the dunker.
Okay.
When you're the producer, you're passing the alley oop.
Okay.
So how accurate can I make this pass for you to look great, as opposed to me, windmilling it myself. So it's two different states of mind you got to be in. For the most part, I produce most of my shit, but when I work with other producers, it's like, okay, what, how can you help me get the best song out of it? So as a producer, I kind of got to be like, okay, it's more of a game plan thing. Like, how can we make this great for you? So honestly, just, two completely different states of mind.
Do you produce for yourself?
Yeah.
And do you prefer that? Do you prefer to have other people produce for you? What do you?
Sometimes it gets to a point where it's like you lose, like I take other people's beats because it's like when you know the process too much, like, so when, like in my case, when you know how the beat was made, when you know every sound you did, when it kind of loses the magic of it.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I doubt Chris Angel thinks his shit is cool as everybody else does.
Because he knows the secret behind
exactly.
it.
Random example.
Yeah,
No, but it's
like-
such a good one though.
that was very.
Because it's like, I'm not floating. I'm just kind of like put my leg up.
Yeah, exactly. I got a hole in my pants.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like it's like that. That's why. So like, that's why sometimes I'll take from my boy, Maroon, or like Jimmy. Like he'll give me some beats. So it's like, I'm kind of working with something fresh. I don't know if this is something, you made with a shit ton of loops, or it's like somebody made it for you and then you put your name. So I don't know anything about it, so it makes it a little funner. But, for the most part, I hop on all my own shit,
How important do you think it is to work with a producer that you feel comfortable with?
I mean, nowadays a lot of artists just come in with a beat that they don't know who the hell made
Like
it.
a YouTube beat.
Yeah, like a YouTube beat. But for me, it's like it's a more genuine experience. Like it's just, it's like you guys are creating something from scratch, and so it feels that much more personal. Because a lot of times when I'm making music, like the song itself feels personal to me. You feel me? Especially like the style of music I do. So working with Cash is dope because, either I'm there for the experience, it's from the beginning, or he shows me something he was working on, and then, we're able to really go into detail with it because he'll bring out the stems and, he can mix it even more. So for me, it's very important. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's a different experience as opposed to just getting a beat from somebody I don't know or from somewhere I don't know and not even knowing how that process went.
Does the producer normally engineer as well, or do you normally get someone else?
Yeah, no, yeah. I subtly engineer. I don't use Pro Tools. If I engineer, it's on FL Studio, and it's a basic fucking mix where you can get away with in your car. But other than that, no.
So, gotcha. So what's the relationship normally between the producer and the engineer?
It's they're just like, they're really two different. They're not two different worlds. They're in the, how do I put it? They're in the same plane, but just just two different games. It's like it's if you know how to mix a beat, you can mix a vocal. It's but you know, for the most part, it's just, you know, like the program for the most of it, you know, and most engineers use Pro Tools, you know, and you know, producers don't use Pro Tools. It's either Logic or like FL Studio, you know, some cases GarageBand.
Something that may be a little like muddy to some of our listeners is when you make a beat, and you. Why don't you give us a rundown as far as leases, actually selling the beat? At what point is the beat no longer yours?
Well, a lease means I'm gonna give you. It's pretty much me saying to him, instead of me just letting him download it, I'm telling you, hey, you can download it, but give me $50. So you don't own it. You have literally bare like
but they can rap on it.
Yeah, you have like Cuba's amount of rights to that beat.
So
you know?
So let's say, okay, I do a lease from you $50. I can rap on it and I can maybe put it on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
But I can't put it on like a YouTube.
You can distribute it, but there's a certain amount of streams, there's a certain amount of like sales you can make before I kind of have to say, slow down there, buckaroo. You need the exclusive rights.
Yeah, that exclusive.
You know, it's like a free trial.
Gotcha.
You know?
Netflix, that 7-day free trial right
Exactly.
there. And by the way, if you guys don't know, Kashblak is one of the masterminds behind the beautiful theme song that you actually just heard in the beginning of the show. He actually produced that, and Zorenzo, the guest that was here last week, was performing on it. So definitely check that out and check him out. But yeah, back to it. What do you think about catalogs? I know producers have a lot of producers have catalogs. Some people like it, some people don't. Where do you stand on this?
Catalogs in sense of like, what do you mean?
Like a website where I can see a fuck ton of beats and maybe buy an exclusive, buy a lease.
Personal opinion, fuck that.
Why?
It kind of, in my, I'm really old school on like when it comes to like, you know, being a producer and an artist. It's like, as exclusive as I can be with it, that's where I feel my best. Like if my beats are online and if anybody can get them, it's like it feels better when I can control the amount of people who are on them.
Okay.
And you know, it may take away from the notoriety or like the amount of people who know about it, but at the end of the day, it's like I want a certain person, or like, you know, you have to be at a certain level, either artistically or like with your career, to really hop on my shit. That's why I don't put my stuff online. It just kind of feels like it takes away the, you know, the oof factor. You know, it's like if you can just download my shit off YouTube and, you know, record in your house on fucking LimeWire. I don't know how the fuck you're gonna record on LimeWire.
Is that what the kids are using?
But, you know, I think they're using, you know, if you just make a voice note on your phone and put it on SoundCloud, it's like, it kind of takes it away. It's like iPhones wouldn't be as cool if you can, you know, buy them at fucking Kmart. It's like
facts.
It's like if they were just not as exclusive as they were, it's just it's like you're not copying Yeezys if they're at fucking Payless. Like it's just
that's the point.
It's the exclusiveness of it that makes it, you know.
For sure,
makes
that's
it
sort of like underground word of mouth sort of
exactly.
vibe, you know? I like it.
Exactly.
Very cool.
And we were actually discussing about your like secret obsession with Pitbull, because I remember Pitbull.
Oh my god.
Well, no, but so Cash has a little story with Pitbull, no, the artist.
Okay.
And I don't know if you want to elaborate on it, but
do tell.
Well.
Oh, I feel like we're going for a story time.
Yeah, story time.
Said artist I produced for
okay,
a couple years back.
Is this a Come Ping of the Day story? I hope not.
No.
Okay, good.
Well,
it was a genuine
somebody
mistake.
in the story is, but
okay,
you know, I'm not gonna point out.
Gotcha.
So a couple years back, made this beat. It came out sick.
Nice.
With a capital S.
With a capital C.
Oh.
Yeah.
So S-I-C-K.
Yeah, it's
Get choke on it.
Yeah, pause.
That's that ASMR right there. That's a beautiful ASMR.
And you know, I told said artist, I was like, hey, let's drop it, you know, let's get the game rolling. And procrastinated. And eventually said artist performed this song somewhere. outside the country and met up with, you know, one of Pitbull's people. And said person received the song in their email via the person I made it for. Some time passes, a long time passes, and then I'm sitting in the barbershop.
As one does.
There's one, you know, I'm sitting in the barbershop, and I don't know where I hear some stupidly familiar chords, and I'm like, wow, where have I heard this? I've never heard this song.
That sounds real good.
And then the drop comes, and I'm like, fucking A. So then I hit up said artist, and they lose it. They're like, what the fuck? I'm like, I told you. It was a hit. I told you. You just got robbed to your face, and now we can't do shit about it. This is the same beat. Same shit. It's the same shit. The drums, the only they switched it up a bit, but this is not the first case I've seen it happen. Like with fucking, you know, with another one of my producer friends, you know, he made a song for The Weeknd. He made a beat, and then when he was offered by The Weeknd's people to sign, he was like, I don't want to, like, and they offered him a shitty deal. They were like, he's like, I don't want to sign. Like, and then he was pretty much told by the Weeknd's people, you know, yeah, we're giving you X amount of dollars, but your payoff is working with The Weeknd. So he was like, fuck that. And they ended up taking the song he made, the beat, completely flipped it entirely. It's the same beat, but it's not. So that's like a common thing that happens. That's like it's stupidly common.
And you had no power in this situation as far as like legal, no?
No.
As soon as they switch it up, it's
new.
But there was no proof that you had made it before, or
I mean, the files are there, but it's more so you know, it's like copyrights. Yeah. It's like who made it legal first.
Yeah.
So that's where it gets fishy. Plus it's like, you know, it's really, plus it also comes down to like, oh, like it's like word against mine. You know, even though in the court it's not really word against mine, but still it's like, who am I, you know, going up against fucking Dale, you know?
Yeah.
So
the owner of the Kia
exactly.
of the city.
You know, man. You know, it's like he's Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah.
It's like I can't hide anywhere.
Unless you're like in another unless you're in another planet.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like maybe in like
Neptune. And he has his own planet, Planet Pitt. So it's like fuck.
Damn, you can't go
I'm not safe anywhere in this solar system.
Well, Pluto is like you never really know if it's a planet.
Yeah.
You know?
It's been like borderline dwarf planet.
Today's a planet, tomorrow's not. You never know, you know?
Exactly.
It's so upsetting.
It's an open relationship with Pluto.
Nah, for sure.
We don't want to claim it.
Nah, for sure. That's beautiful.
She gives good head, so it's like
nah, for sure. Yeah. We're there vibing. We're Russia.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like she's like, you want to come over? Nah, you're not a planet.
Nah. Yeah. Exactly.
No, I'm good.
I can't land on you.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't.
You're all gas.
That's a bar.
You know, you feel me?
That was a bar. That was a bar.
Can't gas her up.
Exactly.
That's beautiful. Bill, did you have a?
Yeah, no, I mean that's like a common thing. Like it really does suck, you know, especially when it comes down to like situations like that where it's like, you know, it's something that you were working on or you've been working on or you worked on a while back, and it's like you saw the potential in it. And I was telling him it's like a bittersweet moment because you realize that, all right, well, I know that, you know, my composition is great, you know, to the point where an artist is big as
thief it.
Yeah, as big as Pitbull is gonna want to. I mean, nobody's gonna want to take anything that they don't want. A thief never robs you for stuff he doesn't want. Like a lactose intolerant thief is not gonna steal your milk.
Yeah,
but if he does,
oh my God, that would be the perfect crime. That would be the perfect crime.
Perfect
crime.
crime.
You know the perfect crime? You steal the chandelier with the from The Office?
Wait,
when Dwight's like the perfect crime, he's like, you steal the chandelier from Tiffany's.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this whole elaborate scheme.
Yeah. Was that your only experience with kind of like someone stealing some of your intellectual property?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. But in the past, you know, with you know, different companies, you know, that I've had ties to.
Shout out to y'all.
You know, fuck y'all.
Beautiful.
You know, they'd find beats they'd find different people's beats and all that stuff, and they'd be like, "Hey, remake this because we don't want to pay that guy."
For real?
Yeah.
How often would you say that? What do you think? Say that?
Actually, we've had sessions at that place where it's like there's like a big artist would come with like, 8-10 beats that he got off YouTube, and they would have me and like 2 other producers just get in a studio and remake like 3 of them, three or 4 each. Yeah.
And what? How would it sound drastically different, or would it be pretty similar?
It'd be pretty similar for the most part, because I'm a one-man band. Okay. It's like to make some shit like that drastically different. It's like, man, it's like that takes the scientists. Those are like the guys you like don't hear about that are in the background remaking shit like that. So it's for the most part, it's just like I'd switch it up enough for it to be like, okay, you can't sue. So,
have you been hit up by like one of those YouTube artists, Big Shing or anything?
No,
like that?
No, not at all. But thankfully, most of them haven't come out. But a couple of them have, but it's something I didn't want to do. It kind of takes away the integrity of a lot of shit. But at the end of the day, you're on a contract.
Yeah,
motherfuckers are telling you what to do. It's like,
what do you stand on labels versus no labels, independent versus not independent?
I think for the most part, it's it's eventually you get to a place where you have to make a decision. It's like, okay, do I want all of my pie, or do I want to have every slice, and have to deal with the not consequences, but have to deal with the the supporting everything I do, paying for everything, all this shit, or do I want to kind of split this in half, share this pie, but somebody else is taking, some financial responsibility for what we do, let's say videos, all this shit, etc. So really, in my opinion, a label is just, just fucking glorified button presser. Like it's just somebody who hits upload for you. But it's really just, I think if you need if you're in a place where you have enough people listening to your music and you just want to reach that next level, like, sign a fucking deal. Who cares? Like, just know what you're signing. Like, the label doesn't fuck you over. The contract fucks you over. Like, that's what ends up fucking people at the end of the day. Like, it's what's on paper. Me, my first contract, I didn't read it.
You didn't read it?
No.
How old were you?
How old were you? I was 19.
Okay.
And then the second one, I read, but I didn't understand it.
Did you have a lawyer go over it?
Yeah.
A quote unquote lawyer?
Quote unquote lawyer.
Got it. Saul Goodman, hit him up. You know what I'm saying?
Saul Goodman.
Alex Hanna.
Gang. Yeah. Alex Hanna. Hey, we looking for that sponsorship, baby.
It's like, did you get in a crash? No.
No, we still take care of you.
I just need you to read
this over. So what about the second one? How was the second one?
Fucking shit.
Why shit?
Sucked. At first it was legally I'm not allowed to say any names because that was in the agreement.
Don't worry.
But let's just call them Pilgrims.
Pilgrims?
The Pilgrims.
Pilgrims Incorporated.
The Pilgrims Incorporated.
Beautiful.
PI.
PI.
P.
P.
Pi.
Pip.
3.14. Shout out.
Gang.
It was more so they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. And they didn't expect me to be at the level I was at when they signed me.
How big or small was this label?
They were a startup. Okay. They had a couple names, but for the most part they were just they were still kind of learning the ropes in a sense. And when I came around, they thought I was just gonna be like just ride sideline, just kind of, I was just a kid trying to produce. But then when I fucking came in there, I gave them like huge, just like a huge song off rip. Like the first day I was there, and then gave them another big one. And then, all the artists were hopping on my shit, and I was also bringing through a whole mess of people, so they kind of didn't expect me to be at the place I was at when I was there. So when I was asking for more money, well, not more money in general,
Beautiful.
to live,
Yeah, because
to survive.
Yeah. As humans, we need that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, when I started asking for what I deserved, it's like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean you want money?
It's like, oh,
Okay.
It's
sorry,
like,
I got accustomed to food. you
yeah,
know?
it's like wait, we have all this money, but why do you want it? Like it's
I wanna eat.
it's fucking retarded. It's like it's I ended up leaving that place with a lot of money on the table, but at the end of the day, it was more so I was getting to a point where I was physically, emotionally, mentally drained in every aspect of just being there. He knows it. He fucking saw it firsthand. It was sucked. It felt like I was at fucking like the final days of Death Row Records. Like it sucked.
Yeah.
So
Man, those weren't good days.
shout out Suge.
Yeah. Hope you're doing well in prison.
So like on the final, like the last days when I got to the point, I was finally like, actually, fun fact, one of my friends, she came through, my friend Satori, she came to the studio, and she wanted to write on one of the records we were making, and she got some words in, and the person who was running the label at the time, she was like, okay, come to my office to sign splits. And then she wasn't letting her sign splits because she was a signed artist or some bullshit. And I think they got no back and forth for like a little bit, but something small. And then Satori ended up saying, "Oh, I guess I'm just I'll just go. I'm gonna go say, I'm just gonna go tell Cash that that I'm not gonna be on the record." And then she and the person who was running the label, they were like, "Oh, okay. But also remember, Cash belongs to me." So, so when she told me that,
Holy shit.
yeah, I was like, gotta blast.
Got it, Jack.
Yeah. So, thankfully when I was there, you get even in the shittiest situations, you always receive something. So, for the most part, I did make some good relationships. I did meet some people, that I did, bring over to here. A couple clients, even if it wasn't for me, having that studio at my disposal at that time, how fucking luxurious it looked. I probably wouldn't have the management deal I'm on now.
Gotcha.
So, everything works out at the end of the day, but for the most part, fuck them.
Yeah.
Suck fat dick.
Beautiful.
Huge. Like, fuck.
Like our gargantuan penis. Yeah. No, I got it. Okay.
What's up?
I'm sure they got the regards.
Yeah.
I guess from the other point of view, as far as like labels, I know Asylum had gone into that regard. Kind of give me the rundown from the other side of you perspective, as far as labels.
You mean like being independent?
Being independent or
like
signing artists.
Okay, got you. Yeah, because we do have a record company, Ill-logicz.
Beautiful.
And the people he was talking about was no, I'm playing at all. But I mean, it's tricky. For me, because I'm a startup. We tried work. Jay Howard and I tried working together in that regard, and it was like, all right, cool. Look, I'm gonna sign you. We'll work, and because it was something that I was still trying to figure out, I feel like we weren't as effective as we could have been. And so, after the year was up, Jay and I sat and we're like, there's a lot of things that we need to figure out in order for this label thing to work. So, I'm not even at a position I feel right now where I can sign artists. Like technically I can, but I don't want to because I'm not ready for that. I don't have a team for that. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And it doesn't have to be me, but if I could find a team that I know could develop an artist and grow them and do things that will benefit them, I don't want to sign people. There's a lot of labels out there that just want to sign just to sign. Because they feel like eventually that artist is gonna blow, and it's like, all right, well, you're tied to me. So, and I don't want to do that. I don't want.
Yeah.
I'm not the type of person that wants to be an anchor on somebody's
for you,
career,
good for
or
you.
So, yeah. I mean, I feel like once and I run it differently again, but I feel like once I'm ready, or I have a team that's ready to develop and move artists forward, I won't sign. I won't sign other people. And I mean, on top of that, it's not like we have millions to put behind an artist anyway, So,
And then as far as from the perspective of you as an artist, where do you stand on being independent, or if you were not behind that that record label or whatever the case, would you consider a deal or whatnot?
I had to be real with myself, bro, because it's easy to say, yeah, you're pro this, you're pro this. Like I'm pro being independent, but that doesn't mean I don't respect or understand deals. You feel me? People do this for a living, like this is their main source of income. So they need to get to that position to where they can live off of it as soon as possible, so that they don't fall behind on their bills, or you know what I'm saying? It's it's hard. So, signing a deal is a fast track to that. It could get you there faster because of the connections that labels have. They could connect you with people and put you in rooms with, artists that have a name. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, because I have the studio, I live off of the studio. You know what I mean? So I don't need my music to make me bread to where I could pay my bills. I pay my bills with the recording studio. So I'm in a different position. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in this place where it's like, all right, my music needs to sell. I need to be like, I'm honestly, when I release music, it's just because my love for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not releasing music to make money. Not to say that that's bad. I respect
course,
that. There's people that I want to make a career out of my music, but I don't need to right now. And I think subconsciously I know that. So I'm focusing on the studio and growing the studio and advancing the studio. And when I release music, it's because I love it. Like, oh, quick, cool, boom. And people hit me back, and they, I love when people say, yo, I connected to your song, and that makes me feel great.
yeah.
But I'm not pursuing it as somebody who needs to make this a career. Is pursuing it.
You're doing a lot of passion projects.
You know what I'm saying? It's passion projects. So that's what I'm saying. I'm in a different position to where I can't really. My answer is gonna be different from most because of where I stand.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Ali, if there was a like a big company, maybe let's say like a Forever 21, that saw one of your designs and they loved it, would you want to keep kind of like what we were talking about with Cash, the whole like underground word of mouth, to Mixin fam and just and keep the design for you, or would you seek out that venture of like maybe Forever 21 wants to buy that design and they'll put it on thousands and thousands of t-shirts, but that design is no longer yours?
Well, I mean, isn't there like creating your own business and then providing it's like a collab, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Like I would still want it to be known that this creation was not made by Forever 21. It was a collaboration. Let it be known. And it's being
Gotcha.
distributed in these places. But I definitely want to make sure that level of success is being associated to the artist,
Yep, that's what's up. That's what's up. Cash, as far as your I guess like home life a bit, what was what was the reaction of everybody at the house when they found out that you had a passion for music, producing, that sort of thing? Were they supportive? What's that?
I mean, for the most part, yeah. I didn't really have a. I don't have a parents that were, my dad, like, he didn't really say, like, get the fuck out of my house. Stupid rapper.
Stupid
Why is your dad
rapper.
Caucasian in this story?
Why is it
You
stupid
sleep.
rapper?
That was Bill Cosby.
Isn't he from Argentina?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, boludo.
Boludo.
¿Cómo que querés hacer música, boludo? Nadie en la familia hace música, boludo. Tienes que hacer París.
You gotta do tango. You gotta do tango, bro.
So for the most part, since I was a little kid, I was always like, since I was like 10, like, 9, 10 years old, it was like a pretty obvious I loved music. But when I was like I would say 12 or 13, when I started DJing, it was just a steady steady rise of how obvious it was that I wasn't gonna do anything else, you know, to my family. Because from like a little kid, I was writing, I was DJing. You know, I studied at Scratch Academy over there in Wynwood. So for like since I was a little kid, I always you know, I wanted to make music. But until I started making money off of it, it was always kind of like
Yeah.
when are you gonna get a job?
Sort of thing.
Like I love it. I love what you're doing, but when are you gonna get a job? You know, so it's like I remember when you know, I started making money off of it, and you know, it was like now it's like a steady thing where I don't have to do anything else. It's great. You know, I'm nowhere near, not even close to where I want to be, but you know, I am like, I'm living. I'm really like I can be here.
And you're genuinely happy is another thing. You know,
I mean,
beautiful.
who is, you know?
I'm saying, boom, we're gonna get philosophical, and you know what I'm saying?
We're gonna get real.
Yeah, get real. We have a segment here everybody knows called Craig's Movie Reviews. And Craig, I already gave you the sign a couple minutes ago. What we got today?
And before you goes, I saw Craig like late last night, early morning
Wait.
on Netflix. So I don't know if he was watching a movie. He's like, I gotta get something.
Gotta get that. Come on. What we got?
I like Jumanji,
Oh, wait. Which one?
the latest one.
Ooh,
The second one.
He said,
I haven't seen that one.
I
yet.
haven't
seen
seen
it.
I haven't seen the remakes. I'm very Robin Williams.
The first one.
Robin Williams, baby. Come on. So thumbs up.
It's like a
Oh wait.
Wait.
thumbs up and a half.
Thumbs up and a half.
So it's like this. It's like
So
this.
it's like a little like
Thumbs
Yeah.
up and a half.
thumbs
Oh,
up and a
okay,
half.
okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thumbs up and a half.
That's true.
Damn, Jumanji. That was beautiful. I have to check it out. I have
The
not
first
seen
one,
it.
I really liked it. I mean, Jack Black killed
Yeah?
like he killed it, bro. Like he did an amazing job.
I
haven't
love
seen-
Jack Black.
Yeah, that guy's awesome. I haven't seen the second one though, so I can't talk. For
I
that
have
one, bro.
not seen that. Another thing I want to touch up on. There was a video that I saw that I recommend everybody to check out. I'm sure it's on the screen now, but I believe his name is Dan Green, something along those lines. It'll be on the screen. But essentially, this guy, what he does on YouTube, he will expose scams. So like, you know, kind of like when you'll get that email talking about, I need you to donate $500 to the Prince of Nigeria. Yeah, that's a scam.
That's a scam.
Wait, what? The Prince of Nigeria didn't email me personally.
I need to check my bank statement.
And so he will actually, instead of like ignoring those emails, he'll reply and he'll have like this whole interaction with these scammers, and then exposing them for being scammers, and why they do it. And a lot of them, you know, I get it, are poor or whatever, but you know, it's kind of a shitty thing to do, to scam. But he was gonna make another regular video about another scammer in like one of those countries, and basically what happened is that he received an email from a woman in Cameroon, and it looked the email, I mean, had everything that you would say, you know, it's a scam. The subject line of the email in caps was, "This is not a scam," and it's normally a scam. You know, like that's normally like that's literally the red flag of like, no, it's a scam. So he opened the email, read the story, and basically there was this woman in Cameroon by the name of and I don't want to fuck this up, Chika Ordery Vivian Ukabi.
How the fuck
How
did you remember that off
Yeah.
top?
How did he memorize
He
that?
practiced that
I
all
don't wanna-
Yeah, her name is Chika Ordery Vivian Ukabi.
This man was.
Did you
And-
repeat that once in your head? And
Nah,
remember
one
it?
time and I was good. I was
He was
good.
in
I
the
was
bathroom
good.
for
It
like
was good.
25 minutes.
I was in the mirror. I was like,
This
Chika
man was-
Ordery.
This dude was butt ass naked with
and
the
Chica-
air to the max
It was
in his
beautiful.
house,
Yeah, for sure.
saying that name.
Dude, I rented out an opera house just
just to say
it. But Chika Ordery means in the hands of God. And so this woman is 33 years old. And in the email it said that when she was a baby, they had diagnosed her incorrectly with tuberculosis. And they gave her a medication that was far too strong for a baby. and basically it fucked up her intestines, and then she had a surgery, and it didn't help at all. And basically she's been in pain, like she can't sit down because for anything longer than like 10 minutes she's in pain. She's never known a period longer of like 10 minutes without pain in her life. She's 33 years old. And so he opened this email, and again he thought it was a scam because there was pictures of her scars and stuff, but you can fake that. I mean, but he really dove into it. And the doctors in Cameroon said that the only way that she can live a healthy life and basically survive is if she has a surgery in the United States, and the surgeon is actually in Miami, which kind of ties it all back in. Essentially, he didn't know if it was a scam or not, but he got a call from the actual doctor, numerous doctors that have seen her, and then he actually had someone in Cameroon went and visit her and like film, and it's actually her. She has the scars. She showed the scars. It's a real person. It's not a scam. And so what he did, he's like, well, listen, the surgery is like something like $50,000. He's like, I don't have $50,000 to give you, but if there's anything that you can do, like, I'll try to help you out in any way that I can. And I'm assuming he has a decent following. You know, if you're watching, what you did is fucking amazing. And basically he took a risk, and she was an artist, like a painter. And he sent her to Cameroon. Mind you, it's like more expensive to ship. He sent her an iPad with an Apple Pencil, which I don't know how much the iPad costs, but just to ship something like that to Cameroon is already like $500. Like it's because it's not like you just send it Cameroon, and it's there. Yeah, bro, it's like going on horseback and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, like it's this whole process. And she gets it, and he has to like make videos for her just to like open paint, because obviously she doesn't know what she's doing. She's never seen an iPad. Everything she's drawn has been on paper. And like, for example, she'll be like, oh, the paintings aren't going to fit here. And then like he would have to make a video showing her to pinch and zoom. So like she'd be able to zoom in and out, or like press new and you have a new paper. Like she didn't understand these things. And mind you, the internet connection in Cameroon, bruh, it's not fucking, you know, we're not playing playing Fortnite anytime soon. Like over there, like
Sprint is AT&T in Cameroon.
Nah, over there, she had to wait like 18 hours to download the app on the iPad just to paint. You know what I'm saying? Something that for us here, it's less than a minute, you know?
Have you ever updated Call of Duty?
Yo, for real, big facts. And so she basically painted her life in Cameroon and made a book from the iPad, and then this guy got it printed. I wish I had brought it. I don't have it with me. I'll bring it next show. And it's $12. Every single like penny, all the proceeds go directly to her, to the surgery. I have the book. It's legit $12. You spend $12 on Pornhub Premium anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
don't fucking
you know
attack me.
I know. He's like, I feel personally attacked.
Wait, hold up. My dad's calling me. You guys want to say?
What?
My dad's calling me. You guys want to say hi?
Okay.
¿Qué vuelta come pinga?
¿Qué haces, loco?
Yo, come pinga tú. Where are you, motherfucker?
That's beautiful.
Acá haciendo una entrevista. Y te pueden escuchar.
Bueno, el que dijo come pinga fuiste tú, así que re come pinga.
That's poetry. That's beautiful.
Oye, vamos a comer pollo en la playa.
Vamos, la concha de la lora.
I don't think
¿Este
he
boludo
heard.
argentino quién es?
He knew it.
Déjame llamarte para atrás.
No te junté con argentino, que eso hace mal a la gente, bro.
That's a fact.
Dale.
And that's a
hilarious.
beautiful fatherly
For
figure
those who
right
don't
there.
know Spanish, it was just like a cursing session. Right?
Yeah.
It
It's
was
just a cursing section.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But basically, check them out. Check out the video.
That's crazy,
And
though.
if you can, buy the book. Like it's honestly $12. And everything is gonna go towards her surgery. And it's honestly and it's beautiful the fact that, you know, she didn't give up. Like she actually went on. She made the fucking book. You know, being in that much pain and that
Bro,
sort of
that's
thing.
crazy, man.
You know,
What made her reach out to him directly, though?
she didn't. That's the thing. Like she was mass emailing. Like she was mass like hoping for somebody to reply, basically. And he
That's wild.
opened the message. Yeah,
That's wild.
and that's the thing. I mean, I never give those emails or anything a second thought ever. Like I don't even open them because in my mind it's always a scam. It's always a scam, and that's the thing. 90% of the time it probably is. But you know, it was that thing that kind of like.
It's like when every girl breaks your heart and then somebody says, "I won't." It's like, I don't believe you.
Damn.
You're just like Sharon.
You're speaking from personal experience, brother.
Yeah, I felt that.
Let it out. Come on, what's happening? Come on.
Sharon!
Sarah!
Sarah!
You in a fetal position?
Cash, one of the last things I want to kind of like ask, you were once known as wordplay.
Yeah.
You were once known as wordplay. And I'll be honest, can I be 100% with you? You might hate me for this,
Yes.
but you're still saved as wordplay on my phone.
That's okay.
Nice.
All right.
I differentiate how people know me or how long they've known me by the name I am in their phone.
Beautiful.
If my name is my real name, then I've known you for too long.
I'm gonna cut you out of my life real quick.
Yeah. If I've known if it's wordplay, I've known you for like 4 or 5 plus years.
Beautiful.
Max. If my name is Cash in your phone,
You're a scrub.
you know me for a couple years.
Yeah.
Like that's how I know. Because if I hear if somebody says my real name in public, I'll turn around like, I went to high school with you. If somebody says word, it's like, oh, okay. If somebody says Cash, I don't turn around.
So, but does it bother you if people refer to you as wordplay?
No, not at all. Because like I know it. Like I said, it's like a place. It's like which act
chapter.
of my life you knew me in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was the reasoning behind the name change, if you don't mind me asking?
Wordplay doesn't make money. It's just not. It doesn't sound professional. It didn't feel like the music I have the capability of making. Like all this shit I can really do. Like how powerful I really think I can be. The name just fucking didn't feel right. It's like, imagine having Superman's powers, but your name is fucking Theodore. Like,
Why you gonna shit on my man Theo?
like
What's
you
on
know,
with Theodore?
What's going on with Theo, bro?
like, or your name's Kite Man. It's like,
Hype, man.
Hype, man.
like it's like I don't know.
Flying through the clouds, bro.
So I was like tripping for a while. Not tripping, over exaggerated. No, yeah, I was in my room in the fetal position, crying, naked.
Nice.
And I was just like, fuck, I need a new name. Like, if I really want to take this to the next level, I need a new name.
But did anybody tell you about your name, or you were just like,
No,
I
yeah.
need to change my name?
Yeah, like for the most part, like the higher ups, like the people that are in places I want to be, like they'd be like, your music's dope, but what the fuck is up with your name? It's kind
real?
of, yeah. It's like Spider-Man's origins. It's like the Amazing Spider, my name's Spider-Man. No, like it's like you're not gonna get far with that name. As shallow as it is, you gotta think shallow sometimes because the masses are, for the most part, shallow.
Yeah.
So what? Like, you gotta big yourself up, be in the name type stuff.
Exactly. So it's like that's how I kind of see it. As much as I can like keep your attention, even though like you're gonna give me 10 seconds of it, let me add a couple more seconds by changing the name. If you're even gonna take a second thought of trying to see who the fuck I am, like let me at least make it as easy and attractive as possible for you to want to know who I am. That's how I see it. I kind of, like I said, I think of it as, it's like I'm a business. I'm at the end of the day, I'm my own corporation. I'm a fucking, I'm eventually trying to make money off my name. Well, I am. I'm trying to make a lot of money off my name. Beautiful. So, the name has a lot to do with it, and wordplay as comparisons to Kashblak is just, it just feels like a whole different spectrum. Plus, there was already a fucking wordplay.
Was there?
Yeah, some weird looking dude. And somebody actually commented under a freestyle I did on YouTube. He's like, and they said, there's only one wordplay and he's on Blessed the Nation. I'm like, dude.
On Blessed the Nation?
I don't fucking know. It's some weird looking dude. It's some weird dude. Shout out wordplay, man, because you won the war.
And where did Kashblak come from?
Fucking YouTube.
Nice.
YouTube video. BuzzFeed. Worth It Cocktails. About 13 minutes and 27 seconds.
Is that accurate?
It really is. He showed
Oh
it. No, he
my
showed it to me. They're seeing it on the screen. It's fucking beautiful. They're like tasting
Wow.
cocktails, and the bartender's name is Kashblak, but with a C. And he's like, "Oh, my name is Kashblak," and they're like, "Oh, is that your actual name?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like,
Just because, let me show you. The reaction they had to to his name was the reaction I had at the same exact. See, I could have made up some stupidly fucking dope origin story for that name. I could have used my power.
He's being 100.
But now it's completely fucked because now this is in the air.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, 13.27 seconds is pretty accurate. I think that's like a good origin
It's
story.
beautiful.
you know, so it's like,
You should drop an album called 1327.
Facts. Like 444.
Yeah.
so you know, it's like, like I was watching this video in that same time that I was like, fuck, I need a new name. And I heard this, and I didn't take the name for like another like 7 or 8 months after I heard it. But you know, like the idea was planted because when they reacted to his name, it was like I had the same reaction. I'm like, fuck, that's my name.
Mm-hmm.
So
Welcome to 10 Pound. My name is Kashblak, and this is the official outpost of Macallan Scotch Whiskey. And today I'm going to serve you the Highland Park 30.
in this part, I said
and
that
a
his name's
select-
Kashblak.
Rewind a little bit. You said your name is Kashblak?
That is right. Born and raised in Las Vegas, Nevada.
What a name. Okay. I myself am
Nice.
That's beautiful.
So I was
What a
like,
name.
fuck, that's tight. But Kashblak didn't look cool the way it was spelled. So to make it a little more aesthetically pleasing,
Oh,
Kashblak,
Okay.
you know, it's 4 letters each side.
Yeah.
It's nice looking.
Yeah, if you misspell something, it's automatically a little bit
It's
more.
way
Exactly.
cooler.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, if you spell school with anything else than a K, like I don't know what
You're
you're
a
doing.
fucking loser.
Yeah.
You probably go to Yale.
Yeah.
Fucking geek.
Like too cool for school.
Yeah.
Use the 4.
with a K,
you know?
yeah, 4, yeah.
Fucking dweeb.
That's it.
That is beautiful. Kashblak. Ill, you got anything for the people?
You know, stay true to yourselves. It's a dirty world
It's a dirty world.
filled with dirty people.
It's a dog eat dog world.
It is a dog eat dog world,
dog-eat-dog
but you have your gems in it, and if you're out there pursuing a career in music, it's been done, it's being done, and never quit, man.
And you're gonna get fucked. You're gonna get fucked a lot.
Nas with a spiked fat.
So
no lube.
much. You're
Spiked
gonna get
fat, no lube.
you're gonna get like mentally touched in ways you never thought you could.
Okay.
Different positions you never
an
thought
R. Kelly
existed.
line?
But if you make it out the other side, you might only have mild depression. So it'll work out. Maybe, hopefully. You only have to take 50 milligrams citrulline.
That's beautiful.
Not 100. You'll be all right. You'll be good. You'll be cool.
Good. Ali, you got anything for the people?
My phone died.
No, you good. Just a little shout out. Just a little shout out. Oh, we got give them about the event.
Yes, March 1st. It's coming.
It's coming. It's
That's
coming.
what she
It's coming.
That's what she said.
Yeah, Sunday, March 1st. No labels. You can look on McZenFam or on TGO Instagram to get all the details. Go on Eventbrite, get your tickets, and it's gonna be a really dope time. Yes, it is.
Also, for the people that saw the boxing match last night, goddamn, Fury made Wilder look like a preschool scrub. It was beautiful. It was beautiful beyond belief. As always, let's say you're gonna go to the Wilder and Fury fight, and you're gonna catch a little behind the scenes footage, and you're like, oh my god, I got all these fucking clips, but I don't know how to make them look good. You fucking hit up Tom
on,
MJ Moore. That's what the motherfuck you do. You hit him up, and he's gonna come through so clutch. You know, he is just the best in the game, really. Tom MJ Moore. He's the best. As always, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Gamero the Pharaoh. You can catch us every Thursday at midnight or Friday morning if you're vibing on the way to work. And yeah, it's been real. Cash, again, thank you so much for coming through, brother. Appreciate you.
The bagels were good.
The bagels were good indeed.
Remember that.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week. Holla!
Latest news. It's all on YouTube at midnight. Where you can talk about anything, and it don't matter what the world thinks. You can say how you feel on midnight.